Hey traders, John Howell here. Today I want to just give you a bit of a futures market update because the market was actually closed. Futures market update. I'm going to be showing some of the Forex pairs as well too. I'll also be sharing with you two trades that I took just literally 10 seconds ago. I just completed the trades on crypto market. There was actually a couple of crypto, Bitcoin and XRP. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so traders, what I've done is I've actually recorded a brand new trading course actually a few weeks ago. And I'm going to start charging for that course, but I'm letting some people go through it first to give me some feedback. So if you want to get access to that trading course, it actually goes through 5 phases. Phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you just go to johnsfreegift.com, very first thing in the description, guys, you can actually get free access to that. Phase number 1 is all about your foundations. Phase number 2 and 3 is all about chart reading, how to actually read the charts properly. And then we go into some really fundamental stuff as well too, some really big things about mindset. But then also I talk about my trading system and number 1 setup and so on and so forth, which I'm going to touch on today as well too. So guys, go get free access to that trading course. First thing in the description. So let's go have a look at what actually happened with looking at the futures market last night. So let's look at the ES here. And we can see that, let me just take this off the screen here. We can see we've actually had a very, very, very nice, strong rally out of this. And we expected this, right? So with all the fear in the marketplace, we expected to see a strong rally here. But we need to be really cautious on this here because this is just really completing out the pattern. And the pattern is this double bottom pattern. Okay, so you got this double bottom pattern. Here's the neckline, and then there might be it's probably going to be a good opportunity for this thing maybe even to continue up there. We may even continue like that and then start to head up through, say, that 4,300 level. Looks like it's going to be a target there for the ES. Looking at the Nasdaq as well too. Actually, let me just take off my moving average so we can just look at the charts. As you can see, guys, it's all about the charts, right? So we can see the Nasdaq too as well too. We can see that we've actually had a bit of a double bottom, as you can see, neckline. So there's probably a good chance of the Nasdaq actually continuing up to around about that next resistance point. You can see that resistance point right there. That's that resistance point right there, 13,500. So that's where probably the Nasdaq is going to continue up. But remember that this rally here may be short-lived, and that's where the danger is going to come into this market. Because as you can see, right, we get down, up, over or down, up, over or down, up. What comes next? Does that come next? Because this is the danger part here right now. So we're not at the bottom of the market. There is no bottoming pattern right now. There is a bit of a short-term bottoming pattern, but this here is what? Just a pullback in an overall downward trend. Is this a pullback in an overall downward trend? Let the market do the talking. All right, cool. So we can see the Russell also, once the Russell broke out, I knew this was going to have a nice move up. So that was actually a beautiful, beautiful setup for me. And so looking at this 4-hour chart, I will go back to here. So we can see same for the Russell as well too, right? When we're looking at the Russell, guess what we're looking at? We're looking at so we're looking at the Russell. So guess what we're looking at? Anyway, oh man, I crack myself up sometimes. So this market moved down. Look at this here. We've had a sideways movement down, sideways movement down. Is this going to be another sideways movement before what? Another down period through here. So that's going to be really interesting. And looking at the Dow as well too, we can see that Dow's very, very, very strong rally out of here. But once again, traders, as we can see here, that if you have in phase number 2 and 3, I really go into a lot more detail about this. They go through about almost an hour worth of training just on chart reading. But the big thing is to see where the true trend is, and not if you zoom in like this here. Yeah, you can get a little bit of a the trend, but to see the true trend, we need to see the major swings. Okay, so if I'm trying to analyze the trend, either uptrend or downtrend or no trend, then I'm looking at it from a wave perspective, right? Think about it from a wave perspective. So this here, wave started there and the wave ended there. Then the wave started there and the wave ended there. The wave started there and it ended there. The wave started here and it ended here. See that? See how it's an overall wave up. A lot of traders make the mistake, and I did this for a while, is zooming in too close to be able to see it. Now, when I'm looking for a trading setup, yeah, I'm actually zooming in to see the setup. But to see the trend, we can see that we're getting this overall, the overall, what's the word for it? The overall swing. So if I'm looking at this, then the swings would be, that's the high to low, high to low, high to low. See what I'm saying there? So if you can see this here, we're still getting what? High, lower high, lower high. There could be a significant lower high here before we start to roll over. So this is where the danger point come into it. Now, what would we want to see on the charts for this thing to turn around? And that's where we can start to see maybe a bit of a high low, something like that. And then we have this low, high, low, and we can start to see a trend coming up from there. So just a quick look at gold, see what actually happened with gold. You can see gold's not really doing much. It's actually just holding here. Again, strong leg down and a bit of a rally back up. And this is where gold has been really, it's been, I know it's been tough on you guys when it comes to the gold market, but you can see we've actually, just looking at this on a short-term basis, we can see we had a very strong move up, then we had a strong move down, and then we rallied, then we peaked out, now we're coming back down through it, and now this is what we're getting right now. So as you can see, we're starting to get this overall downward trend through here. So if I drew a trend line from there down through to there, as you can see, that's the trend line, right? That is the trend line that we're looking for. And so that'll be it there, and that's probably the maximum point there. So we're still in a bit of a downward trend through there. And the same thing for silver traders. This is something I've been sort of hitting on the screen, is that anything can happen, right? I'm actually a bull this decade, okay, from an investing point of view. But short term, if we start to look at that 4-hour chart, we're actually starting to get a bit of a short-term rejection there as well too. So as you can see, yep. So you can see this is actually this resistance back here. This is a 4-hour chart. You can see by analyzing this chart here, look at this here. So it ran up, hit this resistance once, twice through there. So that was a 4-hour bar. Again, this 4-hour bar, this 4-hour bar, and this 4-hour bar. Then it broke up, as you can see, had a lot of problems. Then we broke down, came back up, and then look at this here, rejection, rejection. And now we're actually starting to head back down again as well too. So a completely rejection at that resistance level there. And now we're actually starting to roll over when it comes to that. Let's go have a look at some of the Forex pairs. And some of the Forex pairs I'm watching, which is, say, the USD JPY. Some people will be asking me about that. Some people have been watching my Forex sort of trades, and they've been making some money off them. Just realize, guys, that I've had a couple of really successful trades in the last sort of, or if I go back to the daily chart, really all through this downward period through here. If I go back to the hourly chart, the trades that I've had personally, because I was actually watching for them, were right here. So this is I captured this move here, and I also captured this move here. So there was actually 2 trades in that there. So for you guys that did that, fantastic. Just don't get too greedy, okay? Now the big thing that I'm watching for when it comes to this USD JPY is where are we right now and what's going on, because we are still getting remember I said before about the waves. Let's look at the waves. We get the wave down, wave up, wave down, wave up, wave down. Look what's happening now. See how we're going overall. See how it's actually this angle of this move from there to there. See how it's not as steep, right? If you look at this, and this is actually, I'm getting to the advanced stuff now. In phase, I think it's phase number 3, I'll start to talk about advanced stuff, plus some free indicator that I like to use and so on and so forth. But look at this here. This is a really big thing. Notice how we can see how what's happening here, right? Notice how this buying leg, see how it's actually quite strong. Now, strong, what I mean by that is, that's actually a strong move up, right? But see, if that's strong, then what about that? That would actually be quite weak. See that there? So this overall is a strong move up, very strong move up, almost vertical. But then we've had this very sort of slow, right? Very, very, very slow move. Now what can happen through here is that, and this is where we need to be alert through here, which is happening through here, is that if we start to get a rollover like that, this is just telling if we start to get something like that and then a rollover like that, there's probably going to be a really good shorting opportunity once again to actually take advantage of that. So anyway, so let me go have a look at, let me just share with you a couple of trades that I've just taken literally just recently. Let's go back to the hourly chart, and it was actually 2 trades that I've taken on Bitcoin. So I bring up my short-term moving average, which is my 20 moving average. I'm looking at the hourly charts, and as you can see, it's actually live right now. And again, guys, in the free trading course, I'm going to walk you through step by step of this setup. So just go get that free trading course, and then it's phase number 5. You'll be able to see all the details to that. So, and again, you get instant access to the whole course straight away. So first thing in the description, but this was actually a trade for me, and this is what's called a short-term trade, right? We had a beautiful move up. This was the entry point. Again, I'll walk you through step by step in the trading course. I'm not going to sit here and sit here for 20 minutes and just walk you through step by step of the course. But that was the entry point. And then I had a short-term target put in roughly around there. And that was my trade done and dusted. It was actually just really quick. Again, hourly chart, plus also the XRP trade. Look at this XRP trade. This is again just a beautiful. This is it's called a short-term cash flow trade. This is what pays my bills basically, right? I love these trades because they're phenomenal, right? Because they're very massively high probability. Again, I had this beautiful pullback here. I had this breakout bar here, so I entered at the close of this bar, and then I have a short-term target, which was actually roughly I got stopped out roughly around there as this bar was moving up. I kept moving my stop up. So my stop was in, and then as it moved up, I started locking in some small profit, locked in small profit, locked in small profit, locked in small profit, locked in small profit, and then I got stopped out just recently, if you see what I'm saying. Because I think this bar came down first and then came back up. So, but as you can see, it's called a short-term. I have 2 different types of trades that I take a short-term trade, short-term in, out, really quickly. Beautiful cash flow trades, right? This is like, picking up sometimes 30, 40, 50%, sometimes more really quickly in a matter of, say, in this case, it was a matter of, say, 15, 20 minutes in both these trades, right? And they happen actually, I was watching both of these and it was actually happening at the same time. So anyway, traders, I just wanted to share that with you. Hope this helped you out. Just be patient, guys. And remember, I've been speaking to a lot of people lately, and the big thing as I'm seeing is that they don't have any system they're following, okay? And I follow a system. I do these market updates for you, but I follow a system, a pattern. And as you can see how this pattern here looks exactly like what? Bitcoin, right? What am I looking for? I'm looking for a move up, I'm looking for a sideways, and I'm looking for a move up. It's actually more detailed than that, but again, in that trading course, you'll be able to see it all. But look at this here. What do we have? A move up, sideways, and a move up, right? It's really simple. But you've got to be waiting for these patterns. As you can see, we haven't actually had a beautiful pattern like this for a long time when it comes to XRP or even Bitcoin. So this has been my sort of first really good buying opportunity, my first short-term buy trade in the crypto market. I've actually made some really good profitable trades on the short side when it comes to the crypto market. There was actually a beautiful trade that I did, just looking back here. So look at this back here, right? Same sort of, where are we? There we are there. Right, same sort of thing as you can see. Look at this here, right? Just the same sort of thing. It's just flipped upside down, right? Look at this here. So we had what? Remember I said before, I'm looking for a buying opportunity. I'm looking for a move up, then sideways, and then another move up. Again, you need to qualify it from there. And then it's supposed to flip upside down. I'm looking for a move down, sideways, and a move down. Move down, sideways, and then this one here was actually, this one here was, there's actually 2 types of trades. I have a short-term trade, and I qualify that from the actual setup. And then a long-term trade is I let the actual trade run. And that's what this trade here was a long-term trade, meaning I'm moving my stop down to lock in profit as this comes back down, and then I get stopped out down there. So hope this helps you out today, traders. Remember, grab that free trading course in the link in the description, and I'll see you real soon.